Today we're going to talk about a city of incredible beauty, but also, well, profound complexity. That city is Baalbek in Lebanon. It's a place where you can literally see thousands of years of history etched in stone, but at the same time it's a place where today's biggest headlines are being written.
See, Baalbek is really a tale of two different realities. On one hand, you have these absolutely breathtaking ruins of a Roman temple complex. It's a UNESCO World Heritage site. And on the other hand, you have its modern identity, a political and military stronghold for Hezbollah. And that, right there, is the central paradox of Baalbek, an ancient wonder living a very modern reality as a geopolitical flashpoint.
So that leads us to the big question, right? How did a place that's famous for building some of the largest Roman temples ever become so deeply tied up in modern regional conflict? Let's dive in and see if we can unpack that.
To really get a handle on Baalbek, we have to start with this dual identity. It really is a city of stark, fascinating contradictions, where this ancient glory smacks right up against a very complex modern reality. Okay, first, let's get our bearings. Where in the world are we? Baalbek is right here, in Lebanon's Beqaa Valley, about 67 kilometers northeast of Beirut. And for centuries, this has been a real cultural crossroads, with a diverse mix of people, Shia and Sunni Muslims and Christians too.
To understand the Baalbek of today, we actually have to go way back. I'm talking nearly 2,000 years, to its golden age as this incredible Roman metropolis. So after Alexander the Great conquered the area, the city was renamed Heliopolis. Now that's Greek for sun city. And that name tells you everything. It points to its role as this major center for a solar cult, a place of immense religious importance in the ancient world.
And under Roman rule, the city it flourished. They kicked off this architectural project on a scale that is honestly hard to wrap your head around. The Temple of Jupiter, which you see here, was one of the largest temples in the entire Roman Empire. I mean, just look at the size of these columns that are still standing. Incredible.
And right next door is the Temple of Bacchus, which is, wow, one of the best-preserved Roman temples you can find anywhere in the world. Its sheer scale and the level of detail, it still leaves people absolutely speechless today.
And look, don't just take my word for it. In 1984, when UNESCO made Baalbek a World Heritage Site, it described it as, and I'm quoting here, one of the finest examples of imperial Roman architecture at its apogee. That's not just some high praise. That is a testament to this city's global historical importance.
But, the Roman era, that was just one chapter in a very long book. Baalbek's story is also one of constant change, shaped by both human conquests and, well, the raw power of nature. The city's history is just one of constant upheaval. After the Romans, you had the rise of Islam, with Muslim armies occupying the city in 637. Centuries later, boom, 1260, the Mongols sacked the city, tore down its fortifications. Then, in 1516, it was absorbed into the vast Ottoman Empire. And through all of that, you had these devastating earthquakes, like a major series of them in 1759 that just kept reshaping the landscape. And this photo, it just illustrates that transformation perfectly. The great temples were adapted, they were fortified, they were built over. What you're seeing here are the ruins of the Great Umayyad Mosque from around 1900, a structure built right inside the ancient temple district. It's like you can literally see the layers of history here.
And that brings us to the 20th and 21st centuries, which is where Baalbek takes on this completely new, modern identity.
So, in the modern era, Baalbek's identity shifted, and it shifted dramatically. It's now considered a part of Hezbollah's heartland and a really key political stronghold. During the Israeli occupation of southern Lebanon, it was actually used as a base to recruit and train fighters. And today, it's still a center of significant political influence and popular support for the group.
And to put that influence into perspective, just think about this number. In the 2022 Lebanese general election, the political list backed by Amal and Hezbollah won a staggering 9 out of the 10 parliamentary seats in the wider Baalbek-Hermel region. 9 out of 10.
Of course, this modern role has come at a price. The city's huge tourism potential has been seriously challenged by decades of conflict, everything from the Lebanese civil war to the spillover effects from the Syrian civil war. It has also been subject to Israeli airstrikes during conflicts with Hezbollah, with major instances in 2006 and then again in 2024.
So all of this brings us to right now, to the present day, where Baalbek's legacy really hangs in the balance, a city that's defined by these two powerful and you could say competing identities. The two sides of Baalbek's identity are just in constant tension with each other. On one side, you have the ancient wonder, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a potential tourist magnet, a pinnacle of Roman architecture. And on the other, you have the modern flashpoint,
Hezbollah's heartland, a political stronghold, a center of regional conflict.
These two realities, they exist side by side in the same streets, literally under the shadow of the same colossal temples. And it leaves us with one final and pretty big question. For a city that has seen empires rise and fall over millennia, what on earth will its next chapter be?